Shadow Freddy in FNAF. So when you think of Shadow Freddy, you see him as a shadow animatronic that first appears in FNAF 2. So when you see him, he looks like a shadow animatronic. But how do you get him? He appears as a rare Easter egg that he appears in the parts of services. But how do you get him? So first of all, you have to get Freddy and Bonnie and Chica and Foxy out of the part and services in FNAF 2. So if you keep flipping your cameras in the parts and services, you might get Shadow Freddy, and he will be looking at you right now. I'd be looking at you, and then sometimes maybe your game can crash or maybe not. But why does he appear in the parts and services? So sometimes because you want to know why he appears in the parts and services. Well, if you see him, he's actually with. I mean, if you see, I'm taking a picture of him right now. So look at his ear. He is some wires, there's wires coming out of him, and some of his skin are roped apart. But let's get to the main theory about the fun theories that who is Shadow Freddy possessed by? So, when I watched the video about how, there was FNAF fans that said how Scott made Shadow Freddy. Some dumb FNAF fans said that, Shadow Freddy's a solo Freddy. So no, absolutely no way. This is so wrong. These people are actually just wrong. They just don't know any FNAF theories about Shadow Freddy. But who is Shadow Freddy possessed by? Well, this is actually easy. He was actually possessed by Evan Efton. So all of you, I know you might say, Evan is possessed by Golden Freddy. What do you mean? So no, sometimes maybe he could be sometimes possessing Shadow Freddy. But if you didn't know, Cassidy is also possessing Golden Freddy. So sometimes if Evan is inside Shadow Freddy, then Cassidy will be on Golden Freddy. So maybe this might sound wrong. Guys, listen. Shadow Freddy is not Golden Freddy. This is wrong. But he was not the only shadow animatronic. There's more shadow animatronics than Shadow Freddy. There is Shadow Bonnie, XOR, Shadow Chica, and Shadow Foxy. So now we might know who is Shadow Freddy possessed by, and it's Evan. But now let's say about his appearances. So now we're done with the appearances in FNAF 2. Now let's say about FNAF 3. So in FNAF 3, yes, he also appears as an Easter egg. But as him doing nothing but just looking at you, you know that? But what does he just do? I don't really know. But does he also appear in FNAF 4? I mean, I don't know. Nightmare, the Nightmare animatronic that's named Nightmare? Well, if you go to the extras and if you see all of the characters in FNAF, you go on Nightmare, and if you see him, you will see on the files, if you go on his files, it will be named Shadow Freddy. So we can confirm that this is Nightmare is a version of Shadow Freddy, but a nightmare version. But let's get on the main theory that maybe Shadow Freddy was not in the other games, but was he in FNAF 1? Well, we don't know. Some people say that, but listen guys, I don't really know who is Shadow Freddy. But I don't really know, Shadow Freddy, yeah, I do kind of like him. He's actually cool. And to be honest, if you don't know, he's actually a very strong animatronic. He is probably one of the second powerful animatronics. But what if I told you that he's actually a recolor? He's a recolor of not Nightmare Fredbear. He was a recolor of Withered Golden Freddy. I mean, guys, look. Look, I know you can't really see him clearly. I'm just gonna get his full body because that picture is not clearing up a little bit. Okay, back to the old one. So if you see Shadow Freddy, he is missing an ear. And who is missing an ear? Withered Golden Freddy. And who's having those wires out? Withered Golden Freddy. And who has that microphone, I guess? Withered Golden Freddy has it. And he has some skin torn apart. So I know it might sound a little bit difficult because he is standing up right now. He's supposed to sit down. Well, I'm just putting the standing up version. It just looks better. So maybe Shadow Freddy is a cool animatronic. I'm gonna have to say one of my second favorites. He's actually cool. I like the Shadow animatronics. But I think this is for enough. Maybe it wasn't enough. All you might just say no, but sorry y'all. That's the best theory I can say on. So bye y'all. Love you.